Thank you, Kelvin. The roof is open at AmFam Field in Milwaukee for the series finale. The Dodgers trying to take the series from the Brew Crew. Temperatures in the low 70s. The temperatures for the Dodgers over the last 11 games have been red hot. They've won 9 of those 11 contests, outscoring opponents 68-36. And with that, we got to say hello from inside our booth at American Family Field. Dontrell Willis and Stephen Nelson here. Kirsten Watson is down in the dugout. You hear from her in a moment. But D-Train tonight, we get to see a couple of lefties, and I know you're in for that.
Yeah, Clayton Kershaw and Wade Miley. Both of these guys have been talented, great careers, and I love that they're strike throwers. Wade Miley does it a little bit different. He likes to go with that cutter, 5th in the National League in ERA, and in all 6 of his starts, he's given up 3 runs or less, so he's been mightily efficient. And then Clayton Kershaw, coming off one of his worst starts, but still has a chance to be an all-star for the umpteenth time. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and I think he's going to be able to make adjustments, especially coming off a start where he had 5 walks. He has to be more efficient. I think he's going to be more aggressive, especially with the fastball arm side. I think that will play for him today.
And the Dodgers basically need him to be efficient to go deep into games because the bullpen put in so much work last night. What's the status of the bullpen today, Kirsten?
Yeah, Steven, they definitely need Clayton Kershaw to go deep in this game because yesterday we saw 7 arms come out of the bullpen. While they were efficient and effective, they were fantastic. Only 2 earned runs yesterday for the entire bullpen. But for today, they're going to need some help because that's a lot of usage for those guys. So for a couple guys are going to be down for sure. That's Shelby Miller, Bruce Gratterall, Victor Gonzalez. Dave wants to stay away from a few other ones, but that just may not be up to them. But with the off day tomorrow, they do feel good about not making any roster moves to help out the bullpen here today, guys.
Thanks for that insight, Kirsten. We're going to step aside for a moment. We come back. Mookie Betts leading off the game. He led off yesterday with a home run. Mookie, you won't do it again. You won't!
Today, after we look at Kershaw getting ready, as we talk about ready to avenge last Friday down in San Diego. Now we'll take a look at the lineup here and let me know what jumps out at you. You got Mookie leading off, of course. Then, of course, starting in right, you got Freddie bats second as always. Will Smith, the DH. Chris Taylor, third base, followed by Miguel Vargas and James Outman. The bottom 3 are Miguel Rojas, Trace Thompson, and Austin Barnes, who catches Kersh, as we just saw right there. Anything jump out at you, Adrian?
No Max Muncy in there, so we have Chris Taylor at third base. So hopefully we get to see an incredible defensive play out of him at a third base today.
And I'm looking at the bottom of the order. You know, Miguel Rojas, Trace Thompson, Austin Barnes. I'm telling you, we need to get these guys swinging the bats to lengthen the lineup.
And, you know, we know the roof is open there in Milwaukee. And we were talking about this a little bit off camera. Adrian, for those of us who didn't play in the bigs, what's it like with shadows? You know, some would say, oh, it can't be that big of a deal. But how does it affect batters and even pitchers?
It's not just shadows. It's shadows at this ballpark when it is sunny out. It is not the background that we're looking at here. It is the home plate area. There is these windows, these glass that comes out of the first base side of the stadium. The sun shines right out of them, and we cannot see them right now, but they will be there. You'll see them in the game. It's almost like hitting in the strobe light. The ball's in and out of it's sun, shadow, sun, shadow, sun, shadow. It's almost impossible to see it. Jerry?
Do you know about strobe lights and clubs?
Back in the day, I don't do clubs anymore. I'm too old for that.
All right, we'll see how the Dodgers, if the shadows come out, will handle that. Getaway day from Milwaukee. Steven Dontrell on the call. First pitch coming up next. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by Jack in the Box. Try the ribeye steakhouse burgers today at Jack in the Box. Mookie Betts with career leadoff home run number 39 on Tuesday night. The 10th most in the history of the big leagues. This year, 19th in a Dodger uniform. He's spearheading this lineup for the series finale. Mookie and Freddie, duh. Will Smith, duh. As the DH today, caught last night. And focusing on the bat today, Chris Taylor still cleaning up at third base instead of left field. Miguel Vargas at second. James Outman in center. He was the DH yesterday. Miguel Rojas and Trace Thompson will flip places in the lineup. And Austin Barnes rounding things out, catching Kershaw.
Wade Miley on the mound tonight. Today. The veteran has been awesome for this rotation. Won't overpower you. Fastball anywhere from 87 to 90 miles an hour. He relies on that cutter. I think that's a good pitch for him, especially going inner half to the right-handed batter. But the four seam has to play an uptick to be able to throw the ball away. He will slow you down, slow, even slower to try to make you overcommit to pitches. But he's a guy that's very efficient. Hasn't struck out a lot of guys, especially over the last 12 innings. Only 4 strikeouts to 2 walks. So he's a guy that relies on his defense and pitches to contact.
And that look at his arsenal and the velocities via StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Now AT&T Fiber fast pitch showing the Dodgers work against fastballs. Well, as you just highlighted, Dontrell, that four-seamer's sitting 89.
Yeah, you're going to have to be patient. And again, like I said last night's game, you're going to have to wait. Hopefully get something over the plate.
90-mile-per-hour strike one to Mookie Betts. The series finale has begun here in Milwaukee.
Already showing that cutter right there around 88 miles an hour. He's feeling good. He's touching 90 already.
It's froggy for Wade. 2 balls, 1 strike against Mookie, who's really starting to pick things up. Last 11 games as the Dodgers have been winning 9 of 11. He's got hits in 9 of 11. That's a high fly ball to center field. Weimer on the track. Damn, I said he wouldn't. He almost did.
Tried to come to fruition right there. Got a four-seamer. We talked about it yesterday that he doesn't get a lot of four-seamers, but he's starting to be aggressive with that. I like that swing. Just got under it a little bit, but I love that he's recognizing and being aggressive, especially when pitchers are making mistakes in the zone.
Ball 1 to Freddie Freeman. By the way, on that fly ball to Joey Weimer, you got to peek at the shadows here because again the roof's open at AmFam Field for the first time in this series. So for Weimer and James Outman, could create some unfun situations as the day progresses.
Gonna have to rely on your outfield brethren to let you know, go back, go forward. Especially, I always say baseball players do not like shadows, not at the plate or in the field.
See how fast Wade Miley is working. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Freeman. Strike 3 called. Well below the zone. Doug Eddings calling balls and strikes today.
Yeah, that's a good pitch, but it's down.
Eddings joined by Charlie Ramos at first, Alfonso Marquez, the crew chief, at second, and Ramon De Jesus at third. Another called strike against Will Smith, and we hit on this yesterday. You can't do it enough. When he's been in the lineup, it's a different team.
That's outstanding in situational hitting. He understands when he can attack, when he needs to put the ball in place, shorten up his swing. We saw 2 hits yesterday where he just hit the ball right up back up the middle.
Will called time.
I think you're going to see that a lot with Wade Miley because he works efficiently and very quickly.
0-2 fouled straight back. Will had 3 hits on Tuesday night, including his 5th home run of the season. He's been on base the last 11 games. Miley with another 0-2 and another foul ball. Last start for Miley, 6 innings, gave up 1 run on 7 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and a no decision against the Angels. Another 0-2. That's down.
Tried to go arm side with that slider. Usually everything's coming into the right-handed batter, just trying to change the eye level because I think they're going to go with the breaking ball right here. Ooh. Backdoor slider.
They were walking toward the dugout trying to sell it. It was definitely off the plate. The 2-2 pitch high. Full count now for Will Smith.
Wade Miley does not need a pitch count.
Oh, he does not. There's too much time. 8th pitch upcoming. And it's skied to right. Taylor drifting and making the catch. Oh, 1-2-3 first for Wade Miley on 17 pitches. Clayton Kershaw's turn. It's Clayton Kershaw Appreciation Day, as our friend Oral likes to call it. And it gets going when we come back. Milwaukee Brewers in the series finale, taking on Clayton Kershaw. Owen Miller, first action in the series, leading off in front of William Contreras in the 2 spot. Christian Yelich drops to clean up behind Willie Adames, who's always in the 3 hole. And Mike Brasso, Brian Anderson, Luke Voigt, Tyrone Taylor, and Joey Weimer.
Tried to get the lefties as much as they could out of that lineup. Ooh.
0-2 on Owen Miller. Now stats with Lowe's showing you Clayton Kershaw last time out in San Diego, suboptimal, but the previous 4, I mean, really all year long. You throw out that start against the Padres, and he has been terrific. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out for Kersh.
Yeah, he's already looking like the best free agent signing of the offseason, and being able to throw all 3 of his best pitches. I love that breaking ball, that setup, that cutter right there. Looking already, he's going to be efficient.
So with 1 strikeout, 1 batter on the way to 10. If that happens, everyone gets a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with the purchase of a large drink at Jack in the Box in the LA area. And for those monitoring milestones for Kersh, the latest with that most recent K, passing Jim Bunning on the all-time strikeout list. Behind William Contreras, 2 balls, no strikes.
I mean, honestly, at this point, every time he touches the rubber, he's going to break a record.
I mean, year 16, the best ever. High in the air. Freddie Freeman going to settle underneath it. Just beyond the grass. 2 away.
Yeah, well, this is a hot zone, and obviously any pitcher's going to make mistakes up above the barrel. You're going to get hurt, so he knows he has to live low, live long. If he stays down, it's going to be a good day.
Two down, Willie Adames. Strike 1 called.
It's going to be a long day for the Brew Crew if he gets that call.
For both sides, given the zone we've seen from Doug Eddings so far.
Oh, I love that whooper duper. That's the whooper duper. And I think he's making an adjustment early. Struggled with the fastball command last start, and I think they were hunting the fastball, already mixing in their breaking ball very well.
Adames lines a base hit into center field. Doing so with 2 strikes, a 2-out base runner for Milwaukee.
Adames recognizing that breaking ball right out Clayton Kershaw's hand. Landed middle. Clayton's going to look at that tape later and say, I can't miss that. They're one of their better hitters in their lineup.
A battle of former MVPs, Kershaw and Yelich. Ball 1 in the dirt. Yelich, 1 hit in each of the first 2 games of this series. Has a 4-game hit streak overall. It's 10 for his last 32. Little flare high left side in foul territory. Chris Taylor has it. So the 2-out base runner stranded by Clayton Kershaw. It's a scoreless first inning in Milwaukee.
The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Dodger Stadium. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today.
First pitch of the 2nd inning, line foul by Chris Taylor. CT cleaning up for the Dodgers again against the left-hander Wade Miley. It was a quick 17 pitch first for Miley.
5th fastest worker in MLB, 2nd among starting pitchers, so you got to be ready to hit if you're in that box. CT3 wasting no time. I love that he's aggressive. Him and Mookie in that lineup shows me that their timing's down and they're not allowing the pitcher to get settled.
Taylor strikes out swinging. 2nd K for Miley.
Really good changeup down, and when you get used to all the balls coming inner half, all of a sudden that changeup down Looks like the ball just never gets to you. Good pitch call by Contreras as well.
He's been going to that change, put guys away so far, Miley. Now Miguel Vargas watches a ball. And last night, Vargas watched his 3rd home run of the year sail over the wall in left center. This one not going to get that far as he flies out to Weimer. But still, let's flash back to that pass last night. He almost went the other way earlier in the game. This one he got out front.
Listen, I don't care what that says. That ball is barrel. And any pitcher in baseball, you know, you see that barrel and you hear that loud contact, you know you're not getting that baseball back. But he just looks very comfortable in the box over the last 10 days.
2 out, nobody on. James Outman for the first time. He was the DH yesterday, in center field today. And something you highlighted yesterday was his work against left-handed pitching, James. And the quality of it.
He has quick enough hands to let the fastball travel deep and hit the ball the other way, which allows him to cover the breaking ball. So when he recognizes that, he can shorten up the swing and still put a nice swing on it.
Miley's 1-2, 92 outside.
He's feeling froggish.
I mean, maybe he was offended by her.
Yeah, put some respect on his name. Pitching downwind.
And he goes down, stares to get Outman swinging. 11 pitches in the second for Miley.
16th is Mexican Heritage Night at Dodger Stadium, presented by Advance Auto Parts. Receive a commemorative Dodger poncho with a purchase of a ticket pack. For more information, visit dodgers.com/ticketpacks.
That's Kirsten Watson next to the Dodger dugout here in the sunshine for the series finale, Dodgers and Brewers. No action against Clayton Kershaw and Wade Miley so far. Mike Brasso leading off the Brew Crew. Next to Dontrelle Willis and Steven Nelson. D-Train, look, no one was really expecting a ton of offense in this one because these two teams have had issues against left-handed pitching this year.
Yeah, and especially with runners in scoring position, so that adds on to that factor. But both teams are relying on the long ball. The Dodgers 61 home runs so far. I think 3 or more in the Atlanta Braves. So you want to see both offense be able to put together a couple of bats and start rallies that way. But hey, win ball games how you can win ball games until your offense comes around.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Brasso. If you're talking about home runs in this series, D-Train, StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. 4 aside.
Yeah, we know, especially me pitching in the National League, this ballpark, the ball flies.
That's poked to the right side. A little bloop for Brasso. The spin takes it into foul territory. Not far enough away from Freddie Freeman for Brasso to try for second. It's a leadoff base hit.
Nice piece of hitting by Mike, but I love that Freddie Freeman didn't give up on that play to force Mookie to try to get that. Held him to a single.
How you feeling though if you're Kershaw and you see a ball like that?
Got to execute the slider better for not allow him to be able to barrel that baseball.
Brian Anderson grounds one to short. This will be 2.
Love that. Love that. Miggy Rowe in the right place, right spot. Understands he's going to catch it on the right hop. Smooth turn to Vargy. Understands he has enough time. Turn and burn. Love the rhythm that they're playing with. Even though both have missed time, they're starting to trust each other. And those are things that don't necessarily go on the back of a baseball card, but they are important, especially if you want to defend at a high level.
And things that take time in gameplay
Right.
to establish. Kershaw with the first pitch strike to Luke Voit. And quickly ahead 0-2 on the struggling slugger. Entered the game last night as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning. Finished 1 for 2, a base hit and a strikeout. Struck out 22 times and 60 ABs this year.
something I'm seeing Clayton do more is throw the arm side fastball. And a lot like Wade Miley, they're always throwing the slider in, the fastball in. That's been their calling card. Everybody in the ballpark knows that. But he's able to throw that fastball arm side and that changeup arm side. It's too much for the hitter to cover and put ace swings on.
Everybody checking on Austin Barnes after it was tipped off the mask. He gave the thumbs up. He's all right.
Trying to go again with the fastball down and away. That boy.
Throws him. Strike 3. Second of the game for Kershaw. After 12 pitches in the first, he only needs 11 in the second. Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr., where all your charbroiled burger wishes come true.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Let me tell you something, Nelly Nell. I wish I was pitching in this series. I've seen a lot of calls where they're questionable.
Brother, Doug, I'm going to need you to lock it up. That's strike 2 called on Miguel Rojas, leading off the third. A scoreless game, grounded right back to Wade Miley.
But see, that's tough though, because those 2 calls kind of took that bat away from Miggy Rowe, forcing him to swing at a pitch that necessarily he didn't want to attack. This is a pitcher saying that.
No, I got you. That's
you know.
So it's saying something. One down, Trace Thompson. Oh, make it stop. Just make it stop. That one surprisingly called the ball. 1-1. You're speechless. I got it. Here's the 1-1. Grounded foul off the front of the Dodger dugout.
I mean, you know, you just hope that it goes both ways.
Count even for Trace. Last night 0 for 3 with a walk, couple of strikeouts. A long fly ball.
Remember I had to start against Tom Glavine, and they were giving him calls similar to that, and I said, man, you know, the steakhouse ain't closing. you got time. I mean, I know he's the Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer at the time, but just missed that. You could tell his pass. He's just missing it, and I just want to see him really get on top of a baseball one time, even if it's for an out. But it just seems like he's just under the baseball. The barrel's under the contact zone that he needs to.
Two down for Austin Barnes. Comfortably strike 1 for Miley, who's thrown his 2 fastest pitches of the season today already. Dontrell at 91.8 and 91.9 miles per hour. He's got something extra facing the Dodgers today.
Guys get fired up against the Dodgers. Every time the Dodgers see somebody, they're going to get their best fight, and they're used to that. They're used to playing in intense ball games, and everybody that plays them, this is their World Series to them. And so I think as a club, and Dave Roberts does a good job of just navigating that and saying, hey, we just got to take it one play at a time.
Bounce it just short. Adames has it and throws across. Another 1-2-3 inning for Wade Miley.
Celebrating educators with the 2023 Spectrum Sports Educator Sweepstakes. 8 winners will receive a $50 gift certificate from Shakey's Pizza plus a teaching kit. Enter online at spectrumeducator.com.
0-0 Dodgers and Brewers. Bottom of the third. Torrance native Tyrone Taylor leading off against Clayton Kershaw and swinging through strike 1.
He does not get cheated up there. I like that.
And then Weimer puts him to shame on deck. Didn't drop down far enough. 1 ball, 1 strike. Taylor has got 3 hits in the series.
Love his athleticism. Never comes off the fastball, though.
No.
He is never off that fastball. And I like that. I like that mentality. But if you know that on the mound, you can use that aggression against him. I love that Clayton Kershaw early in the count already spun a slider. Hopefully that slider down in the zone gets him swing over the top. 2-0 train.
2-0 train. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kershaw. He's now got 3.
Love that slider. That's the pitch that's going to get him in the Hall of Fame. And yes, the big breaking ball that changes eye level, but as he evolves and the velocity came down, the command of that slider and that ability to tunnel it has not.
Fastball high, missing to Joey Wiemer, who is shifted to center field after the Brewers lost Garrett Mitchell to a season-ending shoulder injury. It is an unfortunate and freaky play sliding into a base for Mitchell, who's an Orange County native and one of the players that this organization is really excited about to lead them into the future. So he is lost for 2023, but Wiemer, with his frame and athleticism, handling center on a line to right where Betts awaits. Now a word from Morongo.
Thank you for voting Morongo the best casino resort in the Southland.
Top of the order, Owen Miller, who's living out a childhood dream playing for the Milwaukee Brewers. Wisconsin native, grew up about 20-25 minutes north of AmFam Field.
Trains with Gavin Lux.
Yeah. Hey, there's been this wave of Wisconsin kids. We were talking to Luxie about that yesterday. He's like, it's a tight-knit group. He's like, we're like a cult.
They're getting strong off those cheese curves.
I mean, but Miller's brother plays, Gavin, Dalton Varsho, Jared Kelnick. 0-2 from Kershaw. Bounce before the plate, 1-2.
They must be moving snow though in that winter though. Ooh-wee.
It was great. Honestly, it was great seeing Gavin here. It always is around the team, and he's in a good place right now.
Absolutely. Really proud of how he's handling it, and he understands the situation. And looking forward to next year. And I think I speak for everybody where you wanted this year to be his breakout year. You know what I mean? I think last year he proved to the organization that he can handle, especially hitting down in that order. And for the beginning of the season, he carried that offense.
2-2 popped up. Vargas took a minute to battle the sun, and he's got out number 3. 12 pitches for Kirsch. The lefties are rolling and dealing so far through 3. Clayton Kershaw and Wade Miley doing their jobs today, trying to help their respective clubs win the series here. Not the first time these two have pitched against each other in a Dodger-Brewer battle, as Miley's in his second stint with Milwaukee, the first being in 2018. You think back to the NLCS that season as Miley begins his 4th inning of work against the top of the order. Game 5. Remember that wonky one where Wade opened the game through 5 pitches, walked Cody Bellinger, and then was pulled. And a game Clayton Kershaw eventually got the win in. Grounded to third. Handled by Anderson.
I remember being at Fox like, why?
But why?
Why even start him? You know, and everybody has their analytics, everybody has their game plan, but even for Wade Miley, I mean, you understand the plan. I'm assuming you're involved in the plan, and it's got to be frustrating to face one batter in such an important game.
It was an opener, like a glorified workday for him. And then he started game 6.
Yeah, so look.
Freddie puts one to left center.
Go.
Wiemer chasing at the wall. Gone!
Freddie said, "You're not sneaking that cutter by me again." He struck out on a fastball down. Wanted to question that call, and as soon as he got one out over the plate, he got extended. Put one to the people. Love that. Head down through the baseball. Understands how Wade Miley is going to attack him, especially with fastballs and cutters going away from him. Situational hitting at his finest.
Freddie's 6th of the year, giving the Dodgers this 1-0 lead in the 4th. 2 away from 300.
Man's been one of the best hitters in the game for a very, very long time. And when it's all said and done, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Now Smith, same direction and same result. The Dodgers go back to back.
Who cares about runners in scoring position? Just knock them all in. Love that. And we talked about it earlier. The consistent power threat that they possess. And if you make mistakes to the top of this lineup, they can make you pay. And that's not a bad pitch. And again, Will Smith is so strong. He doesn't need to square up a pitch. He just needs to barrel it.
His 6th and 2nd in as many days.
Love when the boys of blue are bouncing around in that dugout, you know.
Now CT, shot to right, does not have the distance to go 3 in a row.
When Mookie, Will, and Freddie are firing on all cylinders, they can overwhelm any staff in baseball. And this is why this lineup is constructed this way. These guys not only hit for average, but they hit for power and take the extra base and play the game the right way. And they're the tone setters of this whole ball club. So, and they relish in the responsibility of that. And well respected and well liked. And that's critical for a World Championship club.
Strike 1 call, or strike 2 rather, against Miguel Vargas. He grounded the first pitch foul. Yeah. I'm not going to listen. Doug Eddings is warning somebody in the dugout. It was Freddie Freeman.
Freddie getting a little get back from that first at bat. You know, questionable call, and there's been a lot of questionable calls within the strike zone. So says I'm not gonna speak about myself, but I'm gonna defend my guys, and that's what I'm talking about the leadership. You know, but those umpires get testy about their strike zone.
General. Line to third. Anderson reached out and got it, but the Dodgers get 2 on back-to-back home runs. They celebrate twice with Freddie and Will. Make it 63 homers now for the Dodgers this year, pacing the National League. Freddie Freeman and Will Smith back-to-back jacks in the top of the 4th, giving the Dodgers this 2-0 lead.
Important for this club to go back home to the off day and get ready for that another postseason battle against the Padres. But the focus here is just win 2 out of 3 in a hostile environment.
They've scored 11 runs in this series now, D-Train, 8 of them via the long ball. And I know a lot of folks are looking ahead to that home series at Dodger Stadium with the Padres coming to town, but this series here in Milwaukee, it could be a postseason matchup.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody would be surprised. The Pirates have kind of come back down to earth, so you feel like if the Brewers continue to get healthy, especially in that rotation, they should be able to win that division. 1-2.
Contreras turns on one, and that is fair and gone. So Milwaukee gets one back via a home run of their own. Contreras is 3rd, a 2-1 game.
Contreras getting on top of that slider. And I think he was just hunting that slider the whole time. Clayton Kershaw threw a fastball down, and he took it. All of a sudden, that slider, oh yeah, he cleared his hips to make sure that he was able to get that barrel. And that ball was squared up, and at that point, you're just hoping it's getting foul, and it didn't.
Adames singled his first time up. He's going back to the dugout here as long as Freddie or Vargas can come down with it. Freeman has it. 1 away.
Got a stat from my man Pretty Ricky in the before that home run, they were 0 for 5. The Brewers were on Clayton Kershaw's slider, so I'm glad I didn't take responsibility of that stat. So let me throw that card out of the way. A little more positivity, Ricky.
It was a positive stat. You just
tried to set me up. No. You tried to jinx my man Clayton. So I'll talk to him about that on the team flight. Pretty Ricky's fault.
Which strike 2 fouled by Christian Yelich.
Let's see this slider down. Good idea. Good idea. Can't miss middle, especially when hitters want to protect, especially Christian Yelich. He seems that lefty on lefty, he hunts that slider.
Fastball up and in, fought foul.
Like that pitch though. Most lefties on lefties that, and I made my living off that, being able to throw the sinker in and throwing that 4-seam fastball, not only for effect but for a strike, so I can open up the outer half if I want to go that way.
Another 1-2. Yelich with the ground ball to short. Easy play for Rojas. Let's go downstairs to Kirsten Watson.
Well, guys, celebrate Mother's Day at Dodger Stadium on Sunday. The first 40,000 fans will receive a special commemorative Mother's Day picture frame presented by Pro Flowers. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Thank you for that reminder for some children out there, Kirsten, that Mother's Day is coming up.
Yeah, my mama don't play that. Good pitch.
It's fouled away by Mike Brasso. That name sounds familiar to Dodger fans. It should, because he was with the Tampa Bay Rays in 2020.
Good pitch.
The strike 2 call.
Clayton's able to throw that fastball down and away. He's going to have a ton of success. The hitters can't cover east to west, especially the ability for him to throw the slider down into the right-handed batter.
Oh yeah, he did go. That's 3. Pitch 50 ends the 4th for Kershaw. The Brewers got one on a Contreras home run, but the Dodgers still lead. Sportsnet LA, and it's brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Dontre Willis, Kirsten Watson, and Steven Nelson in Milwaukee for the last time. Getaway day for the Dodgers, and they lead 2-1. 3 homers, 2 for the Dodgers, 1 for the Brewers, all in the 4th inning. James Outman beginning the 5th, taking a ball from Wade Miley.
I don't think Wade Miley takes a breath. It's impressive.
Gets after it. A 36-year-old in his 13th major league season. Pitched for 8 different franchises in his career. Gets Outman to pop up to third or short. Adames calls off Anderson. My favorite Wade Miley story, okay, because he is known as the sneaky funniest guy around everywhere he's been. Buck Showalter was telling me one time when they were both in Baltimore that Buck got a call from the front office of the Orioles and said, hey, Wade Miley said he's not coming to FanFest. Can you talk to him? Buck said, sure. That's a strike to Miguel Rojas. So Buck calls Wade Miley up and says, hey, Wade, here you're not going to FanFest. What's up? That's a base hit for Miggy Rowe. A 1-out knock for the Dodgers. And Wade says, yeah, Cow's having a baby. Cow's giving birth. Buck laughs at him and says, oh, okay, I'll see you at FanFest. That's not for real. And Wade says, no, for real, our cow is pregnant, going to give birth. I have to be here. It's, you know, it's either the fans or the cow. I'm choosing the cow. Buck, refusing to believe him, says, okay, yeah, sure. Send me pictures. This here's Trace Thompson. Well, Buck got photos.
Wow.
The cow did give birth to a calf. And so Wade missed FanFest. So Buck had to tell the Orioles fans why he wasn't in attendance. And he still has the photos.
You imagine, and I know Buck Showalter, you imagine Buck relaying that story and the reaction that he got. And
Like,
oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, we'll see him in spring. Wow.
and that's Wade Miley. 1-1 the count on Thompson. Takes ball 2 downstairs.
He's a guy that takes the baseball, though. You know, no matter what locker room he's in, what situation he wants to go out there and compete in, he believes that he throws 97 the way he competes within the strike zone.
That was a good take from Trace. The call just went the other way on him.
Contreras is a elite receiver, but that's tough.
2-2 drifts out of play.
Usually umpires give a side or maybe up and down, but when you're giving both, that's very difficult for the hitter to be able to cover, especially when you get in a behind in the count or a swing count like 2-2 right now. It's like, man, I'm on the back of my mind, I got to be aggressive.
Rojas takes off for second. The throw is late and also high. So Miggy will scamper over to third base. That's the first bag of the year for Rojas, and then moves up on the E2.
I like that the Dodgers are starting to run. I think the experience they had in Pittsburgh, where the Pirates ran all over them, I think the game and the style of play is starting to just gravitate to that action in play and forcing the defense to play clean baseball. And you know, when you're a team that's struggling with runners in scoring position, that could be a weapon. Oh boy.
And then Miley loses Thompson with a walk. So the Dodgers have runners at the corners with one out in the 5th.
Little mound visit right here. They don't want this game to get away. It's important, especially after you get a run back. Something called shutdown innings. After they score for you, you have to be able to put up zeros. But as you can see, the stolen base, you know, only 29 attempts, but they've been successful 24 times. And so I think Dave Roberts is definitely going to mix this in and pick his spots to win the run. He's been successful a lot.
Mound visit over for Miley and the Brewers. Austin Barnes now.
Like to see Austin Barnes get on top of this slider.
Flashes bunt.
Oh, I like that. Play the game within the game, young man. I like that. Draw the third baseman in, see what they're trying to do, where the shortstop and second baseman break, and
now the infield's got to think and adjust for the Brewers. Watching Rojas on third. Barnes bunts it, goes foul.
fastball running away, and Barnes is just trying to push it to allow Miggy Rowe to be able to score easily. Putting the defense on their toes, see if they can make the right play. This is a very difficult situation for pitchers. You still got to be able to fire a strike, but you have to bounce off the mound as well.
Now he's going to take the bat into his hands. That time Miley does not get the call, just below the zone. 2 balls and a strike on Barnes. Dino Evil directing traffic from third base. That's ball 3. Constant communication.
One of the best in the business.
Oh, yeah.
We're well respected across baseball. I want to see Austin try to be aggressive right here.
3-1, lets it go. Just fouled down the third base line.
Ball boy bound down the line, tried to get full extension.
You like the effort?
I do. A for effort.
Oh, watch the wrist, though.
You don't want to see a ball boy on the 60 day, though.
That's ball 4. Back-to-back walks for the Dodgers, loading the bases in the 5th.
Great at bat by Austin. Doesn't get the bunt down, and all of a sudden he has to fight back. Really good takes. Didn't chase anything out of the zone. Gave him one more swing and battled to be able to Get that walk and load the bases.
Here's Mookie Betts. Mookie 0 for 2 thus far. Ball one inside. Go down grand slam memory lane in 2023. D-Train?
Yeah, I love it from different people too in big spots. Obviously, being able to square up the baseball. Just stay within yourself. You know, sometimes you get base loaded, you try to do too much. Square up that baseball, man, and let that ball fly.
Mookie hasn't hit a grand slam since 2021. Miley.
It should be 3-0.
It should be, but it's not. 2-1. But this isn't the same pitcher that the Dodgers saw the first few innings.
Got to worry about that pace because he's rapid fire. And
that's popped up on the infield. Voit has the second out. T-Mobile coverage cam showing you what happened the last time Freddie Freeman was up. Kicking off back-to-back homers for the Dodgers.
Bill getting his foot down, especially that baseball down in the zone. Strong up the muscle and get some launch angle.
Let's see what kind of zone Freddie gets too after the discussion he had with Doug Eddings.
If I was Freddie, I'd be very aggressive early and allow him to be able to steal the bat away from you.
Bases loaded, 2 out. Takes a ball. Rojas, Thompson, and Barnes at the bottom of the order, setting the table for the top. Can it come through? Freddie rips one to right. It gets down for a base hit. Rojas scores. Thompson behind him. It's 4-1 Dodgers.
Love that the graphic motivated my man. Hit the ball so hard I was screaming for it to sit down. Nice piece of hitting. Took that fastball away. Miley tried to get him, and all of a sudden makes a mistake. Middle. And Freddie just squares that baseball up. Right man, right spot. Keep the line moving. And Wade Miley is not out the woods yet because Will Smith is at the plate.
1-1 inside.
See, this is the byproduct of working fast. Sometimes, especially with the pitch clock, the game can get away from you very quickly. And so if you lose command, you'll also find yourself in hitter-friendly counts. 3-1, 2-0. And it's tough to slow your pace down when you only have 15 seconds. Like I said that first day, you start to sweat out there, you know, throw out those baseballs and give yourself a breather.
Here's a strike. And we were talking about the Dodgers' reliance on the homer in this series and struggles with runners in scoring position. Just the second hit with Risp. These 3 games for the Dodgers. Now Smith to right center. And Taylor's got a read on it. But back-to-back innings scoring a pair. 4-1 game.
The Dodgers take on the Padres this weekend at Dodger Stadium. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/tickets.
Dodgers lead 4-1 in Milwaukee in the bottom of the 5th. Kershaw is a 3-run cushion to work with Kirsten Watson and Dontrelle Willis and Steven Nelson. Dodgers flying home after this one, efforting a happy flight and another series win if they can hang on here today. The off day for a weekend set with the Padres. Kershaw's 0-2. Did he go? No. It's Charlie Ramos at first.
Starting to see the offense come in shape, especially in the power department. The rotation, feeding off each other. That's why you were so hungry to see Noah Syndergaard kind of settle in. The bullpen's outstanding.
Strike 3 called. That's 5 for Kershaw.
Love that fastball away. That has to play. And so Clayton Kershaw, those slider down and in, breaking ball down and in, and the forcing fastball plays at 97 because the hitter's eyes is looking inner half.
Halfway home to Jumbo Jacks tomorrow. The Dodgers get 5 more strikeouts. That makes 10. And tomorrow at a Jack in the Box in the LA area, you buy a large drink, you get a free Jumbo Jack.
Grew up on those Jumbo Jacks. Tacos too.
2 for $99. Yeah.
They go hard.
Curly fries.
Oh, you got, man, you must have been with me. Stop telling my business on there like that. She get that buttermilk.
Hey, we're cut from the same cloth now, dude. Come on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. He has a Warren Spahn Award. I have a Warren Spahn Award. Every time I look at that award, I think of Clayton Kershaw because he's the GOAT. And so my career is my career, and I'm proud of myself because of Clayton Kershaw. One of the best lefties all time.
Pitchers all time.
All time. And he doesn't like talking about himself, but
so we'll do it for him.
Absolutely. He's a bad man. Continues to work at a high level.
Voit with a fly ball to center, pushing Outman to the track. James cannot make the catch. The Shadows, they're messing with him. So Voit on second base.
That ball was hit hard. That ball was hit very hard, and he turned around over the wrong shoulder, tried to pick up the ball, and then all of a sudden, mid-flight, that ball goes into the shadows, so he didn't know when to time his jump, which is very difficult. He was there, and I think that baseball had a tailing motion off the bat as well, so I thought the route was good. Just that baseball was squared up.
By the way, those shadows are about to be a problem at the plate here in a little bit too. First game this series wore American Family Field. It's had the roof open. First night, bad weather. Yesterday was nice, but below the temperature threshold that they have here in Milwaukee. Runner in scoring position, 1 down, Tyrone Taylor.
Feels like barbecue weather today, though. Anybody got a nice plate for your boy D-Train, let me know.
Ground ball to third. Taylor has it. Voit has to stay on second. Dug out by Freddie at first.
Good fastball by Clayton. Even though he knows that he's hunting the fastball and Taylor's been successful on that fastball, throws it in the belt, ties him up. CT3 across the diamond, leaves money.
Last of the order for Milwaukee, Joey Wiemer. Flew out in third.
Even as a pitcher, when I started to hit for myself in the National League, I used to wear a shin guard, and there's nothing you could do about that. That's the inside foot.
Heel?
That is a feeling. Ooh.
An ungood feeling.
No, not fun.
That's a painful strike 1, and then a big strike 2.
See, that's cold-blooded. Clayton goes right in her half, and I talked about that last night. As the guys foul balls off, and you know, us pitchers, we can get spicy on you and throw that fastball, and then hitters don't want to attack that. But Wiemer got a good pass, and now Clayton Kershaw has some options.
And then by you for strike 3. 6 for Kersh. The lead stays the same. Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times. So they're not making a plate for you.
That's okay. Bring a brat. Bring a nice little brat. Put some mustard on that for your boy Train.
Oh.
Cut bacon off my man.
Okay, so Chris Taylor wears it. Seems to be okay, thankfully.
Held onto that fastball a little too long. CT3 says, we got ice on the plane.
Now Miguel Vargas. So the way Miley's first 3 innings went, yeah, I mean, 9 up, 9 down, and then things have come off the tracks a little bit the last 2 innings and change. The Dodgers scored twice in the 4th, back-to-back home runs from Freddie Freeman and Will Smith, and then 2 in the 5th on Freddie's 2-run knock.
Well, the loud contact will make that plate very small. Now you don't want to miss. You don't want to be as aggressive over the plate. You pitch a little fine. Then when you fall behind in the count, then all of a sudden you got to pay the piper, as we say, and come over the plate. And these Dodger hitters feast on that.
2-2 to Vargas, fouled away. You go back to the series opener. The game got away from the Dodgers in the 7th inning when Milwaukee scored 6 en route to that series opening win. Since then, it's 12-3 Dodgers.
Yeah, their offense had a breakout the last game in San Francisco, especially Willie Adames was a big part of that. The next day, Willie got his foot down, but Tellez out of the lineup today, who's a big bopper. So,
Vargy goes deep again.
To the people. He's been locked in the last 10 days. I love the way he's looking at the plate. And you're seeing the power numbers that he showed in the minor leagues. The plate coverage and the pitch recognition. He is absolutely outstanding. Vargy say, hold up, James Outman. I think I want to get a little Rookie of the Month plaque in my house, too.
9 of Vargy's last 10 hits have gone for extra bases, including all 4 home runs he has this year.
Light tower power. I know we've seen some home runs on his pull side, but I think in the end, when he continues to really figure it out, his power is to right center. So as a pitcher, it's very difficult to attack him. Recognize that cutter, barreled it, and he knew that was gone as soon as it was off his bat. Second deck. Rumble, young man, rumble.
I mean, he's starting to slug.
Yes, yes. And of course, I got to take credit for it because I told him to cut his hair.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. So it's just a matter of time before D says that it was his pep talk, his advice, his energy.
Listen, we need more hugs in this world. That's all.
I ain't mad at you for it. I'm just saying I'm not surprised.
The patience of Aaron Bates, Dodger hitting coach.
That's a rope from James into right field. Still nobody out.
The dynamic in that locker room of Aaron Bates, they respect him, they trust him. And it's not just the young players, it's the veterans as well, and that's why they continue to be successful.
So with Miley at 94 pitches, having already been touched up for 6 runs, Craig Counsell makes a change. 3rd home run of the game for the Dodgers, a 2-run blast for Miguel Vargas. As D said, to the people! Unraveled quickly for Wade Miley. All he can do now is shake his head in the Brewer dugout. He's on the hook for James Outman on first base right now, though. Time for Who's In, Who's Out, brought to you by In and Out. Here's Colin Ray.
Colin just being able to try to just eat up some innings and keep his game intact. Not an overpowering fastball, but really can mix in the secondary pitches of the breaking ball and what have you anytime he wants to.
Dodgers chase Miley. Vargas's 2-run blast and then a base hit for James Outman. Here's Miguel Rojas, who singled his last time up. There's the shadows. We gave the warning. They're definitely in effect now for the hitters.
Really difficult on the eyes to readjust that quickly, especially once the baseball enters the shadow. Tough to pick up on the spin.
Ray to Rojas. That's a base hit into center field. Back-to-back knocks for the Dodgers. Back-to-back knocks for Rojas. Still nobody away.
We saw this in spring training. Miggy Rowe can hit, and he's finally healthy. And so, overcoming the frustrations of that, he's a guy that does situational hitting very well. Has a mean shoe game, too.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Elite. David Peralta pinch hitting for Trace Thompson. First pitch grounded off the glove of Voit into right field. Outman rounds and scores.
Freight train coming off the bench, getting his foot down. Love how deep this roster is, though, and Dave Roberts knows when to fire the right button, and Peralta sees that little cutter, gets on top of it. Voit has a chance to be able to knock that down, but the ball was hit too hard.
Outman charged to Wade Miley. So it's 7 earned runs today for Milwaukee lefty. And that's notable given that he had allowed just 6 total earned runs over his previous 4 turns.
Yeah, he ran into a buzzsaw, and that was the Dodger lineup. And once he lost command of the cutter and the breaking ball, it's one-dimensional, and he had a difficult time being able to get guys out and fall. Fell behind a lot in accounts. And it almost went like the first 3 innings felt like one start, and the last couple felt like another.
Austin Barnes calls time with 2 strikes.
Dodgers 12th 3-home run game of the season. Dodgers are 10-1 in the first 11. So I know we talk about runners in scoring position a lot and putting together at bats and hits, but the long ball has not been missing, and they've been very successful on putting pressure on the opposition, being able to hit the ball over the fence. And hey, if this is the style of baseball they have to play to win, then so be it. So, and again, it's a little bit different when you go up against the 1 and 2 starters of every National League team, especially the upper echelon. Hey, if you can hit 3 home runs off Max Fried, so be it.
Fried just hit the injured list for Atlanta, forearm strain, and he's had a tough go in 2023. The injury bug. That's neither here nor there. To that end, D-Train, what you're talking about, I think everybody hears you. This here is leg sweeping time. 2 on, still nobody out. Austin Barnes has pushed this count full. Dodgers lead extended to 6 so far. Another crooked number.
Good take.
That's ball 4. Bases loaded, nobody out. 12 of the last 17 Dodgers have reached safely. And so Mookie's going to have another crack at it with the bases loaded.
And Brewers staff is playing with fire. And so they continue to give opportunities for Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman to really bust this game open. And they're going to continue to be patient. And now with no outs, seems like they're up against it. And it's a different feel for this ball club. You lose Cody Bellinger, a mainstay. Justin Turner, a captain, and a leader in the locker room. And I think everybody outside of LA is like, uh-oh, you lose those guys. It's going to be a downturn. And rightfully so. I mean, that's the importance of those guys in that lineup. But
look at that. A couple former teammates.
Yeah, fighting fish.
Former teammates forever, brothers. That's what you guys say.
Plus, we know the struggle. Over there.
First pitch to Mookie. Misses after the visit from Chris Hook.
Looks like Ray's losing the strike zone with that sinker, trying to get Mookie to hit the ball on the ground, but the release point is not there. And also Mookie Betts is at the plate. He can do that to you.
Swung and miss. 2 balls and a strike.
Mookie was trying to hit that ball through the windows. He was trying to hit that ball through the windows. I'm not mad at him.
Fly ball to left center. And you could tell he didn't get all of that. Tagging at third is Rojas. A sac fly for Mookie Betts. 8-1 Dodgers. And now here's Freddie Freeman. Struck out in the first and responded with this in the fourth. And then that in the fifth. 2 hits, 3 ribbies. Chance for more damage. First and second, 1 out. Ball 1 high. And you know, another thing about those 2 hits off Wade Miley, D, was that, you know, Freddie against left-handed hitters or left-handed pitching this year had only 9 hits on the year coming into the game. Now has 11 as he fouls one back. 5 of the 11 are home runs.
Yeah, you can't make mistakes, and when you face Freddie lefty on lefty, guys tend to throw the breaking ball, and I think he understands how pitchers are going to attack him, especially from the left side. So he trusts the ball to travel deep, and he knows that he can hit the ball and elevate the ball if it's a breaking ball.
Freddie flies to left. Yelich hardly has to move. Runners stay, 2 out.
I don't think anybody has better bat-to-ball skills than Freddie Freeman in baseball. Even when he gets out, it's like he just has this look about him, just like, yeah, I let him off the hook. That's my fault. You know what I mean? Even that fly ball right there, he's like, I got to get on top of that. And the way he takes BP in the cage, he expects to square up every single baseball. I mean, that's the standard and the belief that he has in himself.
Ray gives Will Smith strike 1. 9th batter of the inning for the Dodgers. Bounce foul by Smith, who followed Freeman's shot in the 4th with a solo blast of his own. So both now have 6 homers this year. Going to get into the seats and give Will Smith another chance. Barely.
Finally used to that net being all the way down the line. I actually like that for safety reasons.
100%.
You know, I played in Japan and you saw that, and then Americans go over there and they think that's kind of weird, you know what I mean? But after a while, you really don't notice it, and the fans are in tune with the game a little bit more.
1-2 from Ray, high, count level. And now feel safe when they're not in tune with the game.
You know? And that's the key.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out, the top of the 6th. The Dodgers have already scored 4 in this frame. Can Will Smith bring in more? Ball skips by Contreras. Now both runners in scoring position for Will.
Ray holding on to that breaking ball a little too long, trying to make it nasty, and threw a Dontrelle Willis special, a 54-footer.
Ray's payoff to Smith on the way. Pop back.
Will gonna get on top of this next fastball. He's missed a couple pitches up in the zone. He's fought hard to get himself in hitter-friendly counts. I think he's gonna get on top of this next one.
Ooh. 2-1 train.
He threw the slider, but he was on it. He was on it. Ooh, shortened up and grimace a little bit, trying to get that launch angle.
Pitch number 9 from Ray to Smith. Another 3-2. Ball 4. Bases. Back to being loaded. That will prompt another change for Craig Counsell. Chris Taylor will do some studying. We'll tell you more when we come back.
Presented by Cadillac. Top prospects made their major league debuts for the Dodgers. Michael Busch in Pittsburgh and starting pitcher Gavin Stone at Dodger Stadium. Don't miss an all-new Backstage Dodgers presented by Cadillac Friday.
The backstage crew does a phenomenal job. Can't wait to watch that. Right now, we don't have to wait much longer to see Chris Taylor step in against Yoel Payamps with the bases loaded.
When we gonna have our own backstage, man?
I mean,
I'm kind of important, right?
When the crew, well, yeah, you are. If they run out of content, even they still wouldn't feature me on
mop up stage, huh? Mop up backstage. Dodgers. Oh man.
I'll carry the boom mic. That's what I.
D-Train's delights. I'm gonna push that all year.
1 strike on Chris Taylor. 4 career grand slams, none since 2017. For those wondering. Will you say what you're thinking? You got a grin on your face right now. Quick.
Get your foot down, CT3. Oh.
Waves through. Strike 2.
Love the way that Chris has been playing of late, and him being kind of the Swiss Army knife of the group. You can put him in outfield, put him in infield, and now that he's starting to be productive offensively, very important.
He strikes out swinging. Bases left loaded, but the Dodgers have run the lead 8-1 in the middle of the 6th. After the off day Thursday, Dodgers start a home series with the Padres. Saturday's on Fox, but every other game on your screen, including the 3-game set with the Twins, right here on Sportsnet LA.
Like that matchup, the Minnesota Twins, top of the division right now.
I mean, a low bar in the.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it.
David Peralta remains in the game, taking Trace Thompson's place in the left. 23 minutes since Clayton Kershaw last threw a pitch. Somewhere Jerry Harrison Jr. is retweeting it. It always comes back to MJ 23. Love Jay Hair.
Been all over me about my Warriors. Good pitch. That's a long time to be sitting, especially if you're Clayton Kershaw. You got to do something, especially in that dugout. Move around. You don't want to get cold, especially your arm. Get your body going. I'm sure he appreciates the run support.
A 7-run lead to play with. Bottom of the 6th. Grounded through the left side. Owen Miller leading off the frame with a base hit.
Miller staying on that slider down, an abbreviated swing, just being able to get contact. Clayton Kershaw's made a living of being able to throw that slider down in the zone. Miller just beats him to the spot.
Only run of the game for the Brewers. It's because of this man, William Contreras. Just like his last debut before he hit the home run in the 4th, made it a 2-1 game. And that looked like I am not doing anything up here for the first pitch.
He's definitely not honoring that fastball thus far, waiting for the slider down, I believe.
Hook missed outside. One ball, one strike.
4 of Clayton Kershaw's 5 hits allowed have come with 2 strike counts.
Yeah, Clayton wanted that. It's been there most of the day. Not there.
Don't you know who I am? Clayton looked like, hold up.
Get to know me.
Yeah. Haven't you seen my movies?
It's foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As our esteemed producer Mike Levy told us a few moments ago, we need an adult in the booth next to us.
It's clearly not me.
I ain't helping. Two, foul off the plate. Count stays that way. In seriousness, though, Dontrell, we talked about it all day. In a pregame show, Kirsten was updating the bullpen. We were all thinking Clayton Kershaw has to be efficient and go deep. Has to, because the bullpen getting used up last night. Everybody except Wander Suero. 2-2. Excuse me. Check swing down the line. Foul.
I was going to be upset if it was fair.
You would have thrown that headset.
Yeah.
But through 5, Clayton was averaging 13 pitches per inning.
You know, as the captain and the voice for Dave Roberts, he understands the situation, and he knew he had to be efficient. He knew he had to throw the fastball with command, as well as the secondary breaking ball. And he's a phenomenal teammate, so he doesn't want to get anybody up back-to-back days.
And so what we're getting at is he knows the stakes. He's had these stakes before. Hey, we need length out of you. And he clutches up every time. 2-2. Just missed. 3-2.
And the only reason why he took that is because he was so out in front. The whooper duper was right there.
Contreras battling with Kershaw. Pitch number 8. The shadows almost at Kershaw on the mound. Strike 3, swinging.
Love that slider down. He changed eye level with the breaking ball before that. Contreras is thinking this is a fastball. He's finally going to give in to me. And the slider right under the swing path. Beautiful.
Greg Counsell surveying his bench as Willie Adames misses on strike 1.
That's another thing. Austin Barnes and Will Smith don't get enough credit for their game calling skills and how they're able to guide Clayton Kershaw. It's almost like Clayton just needs to execute. He doesn't need to worry about the pitch call itself.
One hopper to Miggy. The second for 1. That's 2. Still not yet at 80 pitches is Clayton Kershaw. We welcome you back with some blasts. Freddie Freeman and Will Smith back-to-back in the 4th. A couple innings later, with a runner aboard, Miguel Vargas homering in back-to-back games for the first time in his career. Those 3 homers out of an 8-hit day so far for the Dodgers, an 8-1 lead in the top of the 7th.
Lineup production from top to bottom, and now they're starting to really feed off each other and put themselves in hitter-friendly counts so they can really attack the pitches they want to.
Vargas with the grounder to third.
Even the outs are loud now. He's starting to really be confident. I love the pitch selection, and I think he's starting to understand his strike zone awareness, and I think that's key for a young hitter, understanding where your strike zone is and what pitches you can cover.
James Outman 1 for 3. base hit his most recent AB. Came around to score. Outman pulls one to right field. Taylor long run, dives, can't get there. Outman gonna try for 3, thinks better of it as Taylor got the throw back in. A 1-out double for James.
Caught that at the end of the bat. I thought that was launch angle city when I first saw that, but so strong, and you understand where Taylor wasn't going to be able to get to that baseball. Credit Taylor for being able to knock that ball down, because
that's by him. That's
yeah,
trouble.
Absolutely. James Outman still getting those layups.
In scoring position for a batter in Miguel Rojas. He's got a couple of hits his last time up. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Miggy Rowe. Oh, be denied of a 3-hit day. Owen Miller at second. Nice play.
Miller said, "You got one on me earlier today." Shaded over a little bit more. Was actually going backwards by the time the pitch was thrown, and wow, he's about 10 yards on the short south side of the bag, and so really good play. Oh.
Serious. Tough second out. First pitch to Peralta, grounded. Miller the other way. So that ends the 7th inning as we stretch at American Family Field. Know that the Dodgers are up 7. The 7th inning is brought to you by Energizer. The Dodgers leading the Brewers 8-1 in the series finale, inching closer to a series win here in Milwaukee. Clayton Kershaw's first pitch to Christian Yelich is fouled back. Here's our Energizer player profile, honing in on Kersh. Number 22 doing what he do.
Business as usual for him. And I think he took it personal, didn't pitch as well as he wanted to against San Diego, his rival. So we knew it, no matter who he was facing after that type of start, they were going to have trouble.
You don't see Clayton Kershaw have command issues like that very often. 5 walks against the Padres. That matched the total from his first 6 starts, right? Just the 13th time in his career. So at that point, that would start 405, game 408. Just the 13th time he's walked 5+. And so you just knew it wasn't going to happen again. And he has stepped up here this Wednesday in Milwaukee.
Coming in this inning, Kershaw has 16 out of 21 first pitch strikes. So that sets up everything when you're able to pound the strike zone early. It makes the opposition more aggressive. You get ahead in the count, and then you get to those nasty breaking pitches.
0-2 pitch to Yelich on a line to Mookie Betts. 1 down in the 7th. I mean, his strike percentage, it's what it's been most of this year. He's just pouring the zone. I mean, it's north of 75% today.
And he works at a good pace too. I know Wade Miley is somebody that works very fast, but when Clayton Kershaw's on, it's strike 1, strike 2, and it's not just the same pitch. It's always a fastball, then an eye-changing breaking ball, then a slider down. It's too much to cover.
Brasso couldn't cover that. 0-1. And when there has been traffic against him, he's responded. The Brewers are 0 for 6, and Clayton's induced 2 double plays with runners on.
That's cold-blooded right there. He throws him a cutter down and in, and then a breaking ball that never gets to the plate. So the hitter's looking at that ball thinking it's a fastball over the plate, and all of a sudden, swing and miss.
Fastball outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Then it turns into a video game for Austin Barnes. Now he's just pitch calling and sequencing for himself to set him up.
Brasso gets a piece.
And that's what I mean, the relationship, the trust. I mean, I've had plenty of starts where, not shocking, I don't know how to get this guy out, and all of a sudden my catcher says, just trust me, just follow my mitt, execute. Sometimes it's the other way around. You know, you want to call your own game and get yourself in the rhythm of it. But I think that relationship, Austin Barnes has earned that.
He was mean to him. Strike 3 swinging. That's 8 now for Clayton Kershaw.
Unhittable, especially when that slider starts to cover. And that wasn't even his best, but it's the depth change of that slider. First ballot. And look at that. Efficient.
Exactly what they needed and wanted. He's given. Strike 1 on Brian Anderson. 0 for 2. One of those 2 double plays and one of the 8 strikeouts. Tapper along the line. Kershaw will play it. The throw to first. Yes, sir.
Like a cat. Pitches are athletes too.
Year 16.
Top of 8 here. Dodgers up 8-1, and Clayton Kershaw showing his athleticism. A little swinging bunt down the line, spins and fires a strike over there. Looks like he might have Gold Glove on his patch. Love seeing at the dugout, showing their captain and their leader some love after that athletic play.
7 full on 92 pitches. Dodgers 8, Brewers 1. Hobie Milner, the new pitcher for Milwaukee, has 9-1-2 for the Dodgers. 18th appearance for the lone lefty that Craig Counsell has in the pen.
Yes. Sidearm slinging, especially that slider. Throws it to lefties and righties. Me and Clayton talked about this being on television, and I said, man, you're very good, but you got some time. you got some time, Clayton. You know, consistent greatness for that long. How do you stay at home? And I get it. He's a family man. He has young children. But when you're efficient like that, I don't care how much land you got in Dallas, man. You want to continue to win. And the bottom line for him, it's just about winning. And so, you know, I always talked about and joked with him, you know, up until they won the World Series. I said, I still got a ring on him. That's the one thing I have on Clayton Kershaw. And once he won and I got a chance to talk to him, I said, Goat, you got it all, man. And he loves this organization. He appreciates them. And so far, he's looking like the best free agent signing, you know.
And look, that especially these days, that goat emoji gets thrown around a lot. And when you throw it from number 22, you're using it properly. Betts popped up. Second out of the 8th.
He doesn't like it when I call him that, but I haven't called him Clayton yet. I'll say, what's up, Goat?
It's the 3rd time this year he's gone 7 innings. The rest of the rotation combined twice. So everyone's anxious for who's next after Clayton Kershaw. He's still here as Freddie falls behind 0-1.
When you start getting compared to baseball cards that are in black and white, I mean, you have a ton of success.
I mean, whoever's tasked with doing a statue can get a head start.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike. Milner to Freeman, and Freddie. Does he have a 3rd hit of the day off a left-hander?
Wow.
Oh, Taylor runs it down.
Freddie gave that eye roll like I was sick of him.
Another look. Torrance, stand up. D-Train, you got anything left to say about number 22?
Nah, he's annoyingly good at baseball. That's what I got to say to him. I mean, him and Freddie Freeman, but he was absolutely outstanding. He understood the role and the assignment.
Oh,
and it's important. And Yeah, we talk about his greatness, his numbers and all that, and he's a walking statue, but he cares about this organization and his teammates, and I think that's why he went out there and took it upon himself to be as efficient as he could be and really just shorten the game for Dave Roberts and company.
With Clayton Kershaw out, Wander Suero in. Final line for Kersh, 7 full. 1 run on 5 hits, 1 run on the solo home run to Contreras. No walks, 8 strikeouts, 92 pitches, 76% of them strikes.
18 swings and misses. Ties us at 18 swings. That takes me prime D-Train, probably 3 starts to get 18 swings and misses. It's levels. You know, and I'm not ashamed. It's levels.
No 1-0 Kersh.
Yeah. no 10-0 Kersh.
Voit strikes out. First out of the 8th inning. After the game, you know what's next. Access Sportsnet Dodgers. And Kelvin, J. Hare, and Agon standing by. Give you all the highlights, post-game coverage. Kirsten Watson here in Milwaukee. The Dodgers hop on a bird back home to Los Angeles.
Come up with a nickname for us. Nelly?
Look, so our friend Nerdy Dodger tweeted it. They have Jorrell, right? Joe and Orel. So
which is classic.
It's classic. I mean, that's the squad. So, but the Dodgers fans, they were workshopping something for us. What did you see anything you liked?
Like the highwaymen. We're always on the road. We're always on the road. You know. Don Nelly?
Don Nelly. Oh. Jesse Winker on deck as a pinch hitter here in the 8th. It's now 3-1 on Taylor. I mean, we heard Don Trelson.
Trelson.
Let's see.
It has to be like the.
David Young said Steve Train, which is, you know.
That's a little jargony.
Well, you said the Don Trell and Nelly show. That was.
But I like that tag name a little better than this. You know.
Payoff coming to Tyrone Taylor. Wander Suero. Rip foul. Heads up Kirsten. Now, somebody did fairly question if we were worthy of that. So we got to tell both sides of the story. We can't just pump our own tires.
How about good and terrible?
Yeah, bad and worse.
It's okay.
High in the air to left.
Trust me, when I knew my mother stopped picking me up for fantasy baseball, I knew my career was over. That's when I knew it was time to mail it in. My mom was like, yeah, Adam Wainwright's still on the board. I said, Adam Wainwright, I'm your son. He's like, yeah, you walking too many people, though. You'll be there. You'll be there.
Oh, Pretty Ricky says Trelly and Nelly.
I like that.
Trelly and Nelly.
Trelly and Nelly. All right.
Rick Krajewski.
Trelly and Nelly show.
A Jesse Winker pinch hitting takes a strike. You notice it's been there all year for Jesse Winker. The necklace. Like what is that? Well, Jesse and his wonderful daughter Ren, who's about to turn 3 later this month, made that for him. Says Dada. It did break the other day, so that the heart jewel in the middle. Dada, that's a new addition. He had to get it fixed up.
Yeah, I know too well, and my bands are starting to break. Got a little daddy wristband on my wrist right now for my youngest, and she's getting a little too good at it.
Buffalo born, grew up in Florida, and he strikes out looking. Wander Suero with 2 Ks in the 8th inning. The box in the Los Angeles area. Buy a large drink, get a free jumbo jack. With that, hi, Don Trell, Nelly. I would call you D-Train, but you're the old D-Train. Why is that?
Oh, the main man Devin Williams, the closer. Really cool story. I was retiring with the Brewers, and him and Josh Hader, Corey Knebel, they were young bucks coming up, and he comes right up to me with a headband and says, you know, they call me D-Train.
He's a teenager now.
He's a teenager. He's a baby. And I said, and I took that in. I said, really? He said, yeah. My pops calls me D-Train and says I'm going to be the next one. I said, you know what? Since I'm horrible now and I'm on my way out, I'm anointing you the name. And really proud of this kid. Got a chance to talk to him in the first game and just talked about the growth of baseball and him sliding into that closer situation and him playing in the WBC, and just really proud, and one of the nastier closers in the game. And so he's getting some work right now because close situations are few and far between the way the ball club's playing right now. But you have to be a real weapon to push Josh Hader out and really slide into that spot. But I said, yeah, you the new D-Train, man, once he got to the All-Star game and, you know, continues to grow as a closer.
Look, when your pitch has a nickname, you know you're nasty. That change of the airbender.
Yeah, my slider was the double off the wall. The cut three, you know, back up third base, you know. He's a talent, though. He's fun to watch, and there's no monetary value for that. You know, you have these guys that come up and, you know, they said they were fans of yours, and that means the world to a baseball player hearing that from guys that are better than you. And you know what? I tell the story all the time of Knebel and them. I saw them throw a bullpen after I threw mine, and I ran some polls, and I came to the conclusion that I'm not going to keep up. I was trying to run it off to be like, yeah, this might be my last day.
2-2 grounded to third. Anderson with the backhand. Cross high. Does Voit get his foot down? He does. Is Charlie Ramos. Just picturing you going knocking door to door. Excuse me. Dontre Willis. I'm doing an official poll.
Yeah, you know. But I love the game. You know, everybody loves the game, and everybody wants to be successful and all-stars and make a ton of money. But it's all about paying it forward and setting the tone for the next generation.
Chris Taylor with one out in the ninth. So 8-1 Dodgers. And while Williams is built for and ready for being a team's closer, it was not a role that he was excited about because it happened through the stunning trade of his close friend Josh Hader. Now, the Brewers' success of the last handful of years has been built through the pitching staff,
right?
Particularly the back end of the bullpen. Right, you had Hader in the ninth, you had Devin Williams, Corey Knebel, Jeremy Jeffress at one point, right? And then the young horses in Woodruff and Burns and Peralta coming up. Taylor drives it to center. The other Taylor is there. He shifted over to center. Jesse Winker now in right. The Brewers, with Josh Hader's team control nearing its end, a couple years left, they made the decision to trade him while they were in first place. It rocked the clubhouse. Devin Williams especially was emotional. They were unhappy, and the organization wants to move on, but this city has yet to, because it still made little sense. And then you saw what happened. The Cardinals took over in the Central, and the Brewers lost really all the mojo.
Sometimes the best move is no move, and it didn't just rock this organization, it rocked the city, because they didn't understand it. Especially Williams and Hader playing off each other. You knew if you were losing against the Brewers and they got to the 8th inning, the game was over. And they fed off each other, you know, and so you do that. It really hurts. I think it hurt the core of the team, you know, and then the Cardinals found a crack in the door and they went through it.
And now Hader, of course, pitched for the Padres. Mookie Betts knows that. His game-tying home run on Sunday night. And that move, because of the reaction to it, I do think it's impacting this front office to this day, because Willie Adames' name is being bandied about. He has one more year after this one. But are you going to trade like you did last year, one of your team leaders, your emotional leaders and key cogs on your roster? I think because of the Hader deal, the answer is no.
And you're looking at how the division is shaping up, and it's like, even though your offense is sputtering, you still have a chance to take the lead and get a commanding lead. The Pirates have come back down to earth. The Cardinals have struggled. The Reds are who they are. So it's like, hey, we got a chance to get in the postseason, and anything can happen in the postseason. So I don't like messing around with it. Obviously, being in the front office, you make big bucks, but yeah, I just don't get some of the moves because the window of opportunity can open and close very quickly for your organization.
Right now, Miguel Vargas battling with Devin Williams. Williams looking back like, I can't get rid of this guy. Vargas 1 for 4. A 2-run homer in the 6th. Of a 4-run inning. Dodgers scored 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th.
Also, with the Josh Hader thing, he's still successful. So, you know, I think as an organization, you're waiting for the decline, and he's an all-star. Good changeup right there.
Yeah, you saw it. Devin Williams, though, not a save situation because the Dodgers are up 8-1. By your Southern California Volkswagen dealers, Freddie Freeman and Will Smith back-to-back bombs in the 4th.
Yeah, Will Smith getting jiggy. Freddie Freeman is doing what he does best.
Dodgers up 7, 3 outs to go. Finish up this series with a victory. Bryce Terang pinch hitting for Owen Miller. Leadoff spot against Wander Suero. Second inning of work for Wander. Threw 24 pitches in the opener. And he took the torch today from Clayton Kershaw, who went 7 strong.
Clayton Kershaw's last start, the Dodgers walked 11 people. Today, 10 Ks, no walks.
No genius. That seems like a good recipe.
Pretty good.
Notice I teed you up for the math question, 8 + 2, because earlier I said 2 + 2 = 5 after that, the 2-run single for Freddie. I'm a dumb.
No.
Well, oh, no.
No.
3 balls, 1 strike on Terang.
Oh, my main man over there, Pretty Ricky. He's missed me.
Suero settles for the 3-2.
Good pitch.
Strike 3 at the knees.
Pitching staff taking it personal. Live low, live long. If you throw that fastball down, knee and below, you're going to have a ton of success. And we said that yesterday, man. Guys miss up in the zone and they talk about change the eye level and the swings and all that. Throw the ball down in the zone consistently, you're going to be successful.
Mike Levy, our incredible producer on the road. Matt Gangle coming down from Minnesota directing. Christina Gonzalez, our AD. Matt Graham, graphics guru. Contreras at the fly ball to left field. In the second out of the 9th. Joe O'Con, our TD. Don Francisco Cope on audio. Wonderful people we have with us here in Milwaukee. Kev back there. Trent.
Really love how this Dodger team responded after a tough ball game opening night. You know, you feel like it's a letdown emotionally, and all of a sudden they come in against a good team that's trying to find their way, and all of a sudden has a chance to take 2 or 3, and they continue to learn how to win series. That's all that matters, you know.
One and 2 now on Adames in second consecutive series. Drop the opener. Show some response and fight. That grit you've been talking about all week.
That grit. You know, this Dodger club has been in a ton of big-time battles. And I think last year you felt the way they lost against the Padres, that was an organizational loss. So this spring training, and talking to Dave Roberts, they came in with a chip on their shoulders to be successful.
Poked in the air. That's not getting out of the infield, and it's into the glove of Miguel Rojas. The Dodgers win 8-1 to take the series in Milwaukee. Another series win.
Clayton Kershaw, big time tonight. Loved the way he commanded the fastball. The secondary slider was there all day long. He was efficient and really saved that bullpen. Now they have the off day to go into it. Everybody gets rest up for another big battle against the Padres, but really proud about how this team responded after that tough loss in the first night.
It was a happy flight from San Diego to Milwaukee, a late one. This one, normal hour, going to be just as happy. 4 straight series wins for the Dodgers. Off day Thursday. Then we want everybody out at Dodger Stadium for the Padres in town. For Kirsten Watson and Dontrell Willis and our crew, Mike Levy, Matt Gangle, Christina Gonzalez, Matt Graham, Joe O'Connor, Francisco Koch, Rick Krajewski, I'm Steven. We'll see you back home in L.A. Pretty Ricky.